As club owner of S2GFC, I think so far I've done a decent job. I mean, we've got a Premier League and Champions League winner as our coach in Frank Lampard. And I'd say we've given him a pretty competitive team with signings like Ethan Ampadu, as well as Edison. I guess on the pitch as the club owner, I've done everything possible to make our team competitive, fight for Premier League promotion. But off the pitch, we are in a bit of a financial pickle. I mean, I just got off the phone with the club's chief accountant, Wang Haijian. Some of you guys might remember him as an S2GFC legend. But right now, he's a financial wizard for the club. He's the reason behind the scenes how we've pulled off incredible transfers like this. Okay, some of the stuff he's pulled off could be illegal, but hey, Wang is handling that. I don't question him. But right now, he's just told me that by the 1st of January, there's a good chance we could go bankrupt. Now, it took me a couple of minutes to process this, because come on, the boys with Lampard are getting the job done in the Championship. We're third, looking to push into that top 2 to get automatic promotion to the Premier League. How on earth are we in a situation where we'll get bankrupt? And well, the answer lies in our contract with Puma. At the start of the season, when we re-signed with them, they gave us 8 million upfront cash. Instantly, I accepted that, but there was also a clause in there where by the 1st of January, if we're not top 6, they'll be taking 4 million back. And right now, we have only 1.5 million in the bank, which means we legit would go bankrupt if we have to pay Puma back. I mean, the club might just about survive if we sell like a first-team player. We know there's interest from Premier League clubs for Sean King, but if we do that, we're basically going to admit that we're a mid-table club with not much ambition, letting our best players leave for money. And I don't want that. We cannot get into a bankruptcy-style situation, and that means no matter what come 1st of January, S2GFC needs to be in that top 6. We're in a good spot right now, but there's a lot of games to be played in the month of December. And also, just look at how tight the competition is. Norwich on 32 points. Leicester, our biggest rivals, they're on 30. And then you go all the way down to the team in 9th place in Swansea. They're on 30 points. We lose one game and things could spiral from there. It's happened before to us. We cannot let it happen now. Also, the situation gets even more grim as we need to renew Albie Norman's contract. I mean, this is something we've got to just spend money and get done with, because don't forget, he's paid the club big money to be our shirt sponsor. If we let Albie Norman leave for free, we're going to look like the biggest idiots ever, because he's going to take away his shirt sponsorship. So yeah, straight away I've sent Frank Lampard to get this contract sorted. Funnily enough, Albie Norman does have a bit of beef with Frank, because Frank has kind of kicked him out of the team. He's replaced him with Ethan Ampadu. I have been speaking with Albie Norman as well as Brandon Neal, and they've both been training with our assistant coach Sebastian Finch, and they've been improving their defensive stats slowly but surely. And also, boys, it doesn't look like that big of an increase that Norman is asking, especially with the amount of money he's brought into the club with his bakery. I don't mind giving him a bit of a wage bump. There you go. And looks like the man who's just got a new contract, Albie Norman, is getting a start here against Sunderland, which is going to be a big game. Remember, they're the best team in the league right now, first position. They're also the media's favorites to get directly promoted. Also, by the way, Albie Norman had threatened the club that if he didn't get a new contract, he would ban the free croissants that his bakery was providing to all the players. I have a feeling that Frank Lampard is addicted to the croissants, and that's why he's got Norman starting. Yep, guys, a crucial championship game, and basically croissants and baguettes are deciding who starts at S2GFC. It's just another day at this club. Okay, a win here against Sunderland could break us into that top 2. Then we really won't have to worry about bankruptcy. We can focus on, fighting for the championship. And right now, Avila is helping us do that as he opens up some space. Going for goal, puts it wide though. By the way, we're the 3rd top scoring team in the league right now, but look at Sunderland. Super Frank Lampard is going to have a lot of work to do if he wants to, beat this Sunderland team. Also, I can't imagine the situation if we do end up dropping out of the top 6. I feel like it might be a situation where we'll need to sell Sean King. And honestly, my heart won't be able to take that, man. Sean King is such a big part of our project. An absolute goal machine. I want him in the team when we're going to be in the Premier League. Yes, Park Ji-soo on the ball. By the way, looks like he's going to be the captain now under Frank Lampard, because he's starting most of the games and he's been absolutely incredible, scoring goals as well. Here goes Park Ji-soo, maybe trying to go for goal. Okay, it's not going to always work. Oh, we've given away space to Broppy and Sunderland take the lead. There's a reason they're the highest scoring team in the league. And this is what I was saying about, guys. One defeat here against Sunderland, it could really derail our momentum to try and get into that top 6, because it's just that tight. But come on, it's only 30 minutes in. I know we can fight back and get something out of this. That's what S2GFC does. Right now on the charge, and there's so much space here for Edward Bull. I don't know how. Oh, what a clever release. And Sean King fires that one in. Guys, the goal of the season award that we do, it's also kind of like a moment of the season. It doesn't necessarily have to be a goal. And I feel like that is an absolute contender for this award. My God, man, Edward Bull. The composure for him to do that. Well, it's definitely got to be the best assist at S2GFC. Suddenly, I feel like our team has woken up as Albi Norman. Lovely ball here for Avila, who tries and heads it back for Sean King. Holding up his man. This is what he does so well. Looking for a shooting angle. And Sean King, you are special. It would be an absolute disaster for this club if we're forced to sell King. But come on, guys. If we can wrap up this result against Sunderland, it should put us in a great spot for top 6 minimum. And then there's going to be zero discussion about selling Sean King. Oh, we have been caught out a little bit. Traore is going through. This is problem. He goes for goal and off the post. We are going to need a bit of luck. We do have Edison in goal, so I really do believe in him. Saying that Sunderland have some really good players. Talby down the wing is dangerous. Looking for Brian Proppy, who's an absolute beast, but Will Fish does really well. Uh-oh, we've given Sunderland way too much space. Quashi, what an interception. Now Nicholas Hart with a chance, and oh, what a finish. That should wrap up the game here against Sunderland. Crucial 3 points. An absolutely massive result, boys, because it gives us a 4-point gap over Leicester City. We're looking to be in a really good spot to get that top 6. We're now facing West Brom, who are also a really good team. We've always had competitive games against them. But yeah, if we keep winning, top 6 is going to be an easy guarantee for us. For now, we do have a free kick in a good spot. Okay, it seems like Patino is like our best free kick taker, but I don't think he's got the power to get this one up and over. Nobody in our club does. But hey, I still got to try. Let's see what Patino can do, and oh my days. One day, S2GFC will have a consistent free kick taker. Okay, why are we so open defensively? And Capaccio did really well. Although I will say, Capaccio is one of those players that I don't really notice. Most of the time, he doesn't do anything as he didn't do much here. We concede and West Brom have got the lead. Okay, but I'm confident we can turn things around. We've been really good at making comebacks. Maybe Avila is going to have to take this game into his own hands as he looks to link up with Gallardo, but loses the ball. But here's Avila again. Looking inside for Sean King. The pass back for Avila. It's brilliant to see. He tries to square it for Gallardo. What a finish. Normally, we don't really see Gallardo using his right foot, but over there, it just worked out perfectly. I told you, boys, there's something about Frank Lampard's team that even when we go down, we just don't give up. We keep fighting. One thing about having Edison, bro, that distribution, it's so useful in starting counterattacks like this one here. Gallardo gonna look for the pass for Sean King. That first touch is good. Here goes the King. Rico right foot, but saved by the keeper. This is why I think Frank Lampard wanted Edison, because the amount of counterattacks I feel like he helps us start is just crazy. No. Good defending from Will Fish there. Okay, in the second half, I feel like I can't even get the ball off West Brom. They're playing so well. And Capaccio again got caught there, but Will Fish thankfully helps recover. And on the breakaway now, I see Gallardo looking for a pass. Lovely release for Avila. And I see a good run being made by King. Oh, what a finish. No, it's off the crossbar. I thought that was surely going in. Patino linking up here nicely. Striking it really well. Oh, Charlie Patino, you beauty. 2-1 now against West Brom. That came out of nowhere. I mean, lovely bit of link up with Gallardo and then the banging finish. And I feel like moments like this is the difference compared to last season. We now know how to handle the championship. The team does not get afraid when they're a goal down. The amount of comebacks we've done, just crazy. Plus, with Frank Lampard's new formation giving this team structure, we are so strong defensively. And there's the full-time whistle. Another crucial win. And okay, I don't like this, boys, because in the post-match press conference, Frank Lampard was being asked about his future. He's doing such a good job here at S2GFC that a lot of clubs are now interested in him. We're not only going to have to deal with our players being poached by bigger clubs, but also our managers. In fact, rumors suggest that Chelsea, who just sacked Liam Rossinaw, the waffle man, they're looking to sign Frank Lampard, their club legend. But okay, we do have Frank on a contract, so we don't have to worry about things right now. And I think he's a pretty happy man as well. We've been agreeing to all his demands. He wanted a goalkeeper, we got him one. He wanted a Badu, we made that happen as well. Talking about our coaches, I'm sure you guys remember Lenny, the man who got us promoted to the championship, our ex-groundsman, as well as our ex-manager. He's now on a bit of a tour to improve his coaching ability, but I'm not sure learning from Diego Simeone is the right play. Bro is out here trying to learn haram ball tactics, bro. If we ever sign him back in S2GFC, bro might be playing like a 4-4-2. Everybody's just gonna sit back and defend. Now we don't want that, Lenny. Come on. Find like a better mentor than Diego Simeone, man. In other news, guys, the rigorous training Albie Normand as well as Brandon Neal have been undergoing with Sebastian Finch, that has paid dividends. Brandon Neal has now learned the CDM position. In fact, his overall has gone up to 71. Also, look at that. He's gained the intercept playstyle as well, which should be great for the CDM position. Albie Normand too has recovered his overall to 77. His defending stat has gone up massively, and he's gained the anticipate playstyle. This is exactly why we decided to keep club legend Sebastian Finch at the club. He might not be a player anymore for us, but even as a coach, he's able to help us out a lot. Guys, right now it's the 1st of January, and it's time to find out whether we got the job done in the championship or not, or are we gonna have to face bankruptcy. And thankfully, boys, we did. 2nd in the championship, 6 points off the top, but a couple clear of QPR, 3 clear of Leicester. Not only are we in the top 6, but we're in a spot for automatic promotion this time around. And that is such a relief, boys, because we can just keep this 1.3 million. We don't have to give away any money to Puma. Of course, 6 months later, we're going to be in this spot again if we don't get promoted. But hey, this is now our 2nd season in the championship. I'm confident we can get the job done. But also, guys, now that we're in the transfer window, Frank Lampard wants to have a meeting soon to discuss any possible transfers. But I don't think we can really meet any of his demands because budget-wise, we're kind of in the mud. But okay, we do have an FA Cup game before any discussions with Frank, and we're facing Leyton Orient, so I'm expecting we should go through. Remember, any home game we've got against the Premier League club, that'll be 500,000 going into our bank, so I'm hoping we can make that happen. But it does look like for the FA Cup, Frank Lampard is pretty clear on rotation. Kind of makes sense. As a manager, he's probably prioritizing the league, which is, I guess, what we need to get promoted. Honestly, it's a long time since I think we've seen Luca Gigante play football, so I am a bit worried.
Good. My time has come.
To be honest, guys, I don't think we've really focused on cup competitions, especially since our Virtu Trophy escapades. It would be nice, of course, to have a good run in the FA Cup, but to be honest, based on our lineup, even Frank thinks that it's better to just focus on the championship. But let's take it game by game. It's also a great chance for our second team players. And there's still enough talent like Gallardo. What a ball from Malangu, but he couldn't get there. Okay, I don't like that we've just been gotten in behind so easily here. And 1-0 to Leyton Orient. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Luca Gigante at this level, he ain't him. I feel like the biggest highlight Gigante has had in the last couple of years is trying to cook spaghetti and make everyone in the team just fall ill. I don't remember any other contribution this guy's had. But you know what, boys? We are the comeback specialists these days, so don't count us out just yet as Gallardo's goes on a really lovely run. Lovely finish from the Argentinian. They say he's got the best left foot in the league, and we know that for sure. Uh-oh, and come on, Luca Gigante. Do you even have hands? Okay, I feel like every shot that Leyton Orient take, it's going to end up in the back of the net. We've just got to prevent them from shooting. Okay, it's now the second half as we're trying to make a comeback here. Gallardo loses the ball. We must still remain patient. I've got to say, Neil Lane has had an absolute stinker, but he's found a bit of space. Strikes it well, but that went completely wide. And well, I'm not surprised that the gaffer subbed off Neil Lane and brought on the next Lamine Yamal Avila. Okay, right now, it's just us defending. If we concede now, it might be over. Good save, Gigante. First time he's made a save in a couple of years. Okay, guys, it's getting super intense now. Clock is ticking. Avila on the ball finally. What can he do? Tries to bring it inwards. Good bit of dribbling. Finding a bit of space. Nope. Striking it with his left foot. How was that saved? We're trying some sort of a set-piece routine with Clark. Looking for Brandon Neal. Sees Bobby Malangu. Striking that one. Saved by the keeper again. Okay, for once, we need a good delivery, Gallardo. It's a good ball in. Armstrong's header goes wide. Okay, Albie Normand is helping a lot to try and dictate our attacks. As here we go, Avila. Oh, that's a bad pass. And it's going to result in S2GFC getting knocked out from the FA Cup. Domestic Cup competitions last couple of years, we've just been useless. The only positive we've got from this result is that the championship now is all there is. And we've got to lock in and of course secure that promotion. Meanwhile, guys, I've now got the meeting with Frank Lampard to discuss possible transfers. And from the first minute, I just made it clear to him that we just don't have the facilities to make any big signings. And to be honest, Frank was really understanding. But he's still pushing me real hard to somehow try and bring in another centre-back. And I can see why, guys, because we've got Young and Armstrong as our backup options. They're really not the best. And we saw in that FA Cup game, Armstrong just couldn't hold his own. With the limited budget we've got, I feel like the only way we can sign a centre-back is through the free agent section. And are there any good players players available? That's the big question. I mean, there is this Turkish man, Fatih Aksoy, but look at that pace, bro. Bro can barely even run. And okay, guys, I think I found a decent centre-back option. Chumi, 29 years old, a bunch of experience. Pretty sure he's played in La Liga before, 71 rated. For a free agent, I don't think this is that bad. I think we can even afford his wages. And maybe later on when we want to upgrade on him, we can sell him and get some cash back. Now, we do have the wages to pull this off, and we'll still be left with £1 million in the bank, so I can't complain. Let's go, boys. Who would have thought with the current financial situation of the club, talks about bankruptcy, that we would actually end up making a signing in January? Welcome to the club, Chumi. Now, this signing of Chumi might not really seem like a big transfer or anything, but look at what happens when we put him on the bench. It improves our squad depth dramatically, and players like this are what help you win championships, because now we're going to be covered in case there's an injury to Kwashi or Will Fish. But right now, there's even big transfer news for us to handle. An offer for Ronan Capaccio, Borussia Dortmund, 16.4 million. There's also Inter Milan offering big money for him. And you guys know both myself and Lampard, we're not the biggest fans of Capaccio. I just had a chat with Frank about this. He doesn't mind me selling Capaccio for decent money and then replacing him with another right back. So I guess what we're going to do now is just negotiate and see how much money we can get for Capaccio. Because if it's big money, I think we take the deal and bring in another right back. That would be the play. Something like 25 million would just be insane. It would be so much money for Capaccio. To be honest, I think Dortmund are just going to kick us out. They're not going to pay 25 for him. Yeah, we kind of knew that. Like, yeah, they're not paying 25. But hey, it's a situation where we don't need to sell Capaccio. If we get the right offer, we'll do it. Like right now, I'm going to try and negotiate this one with, of course, Inter, where instead of 25, I'm going to counter with 23 and just see what they say. And yeah, it's not going to work. Nobody's paying that much money for a championship player, but it's interesting to see European clubs interested in one of our players. Okay, wait, this is getting a bit crazy now. Even Real Madrid want Capaccio. What is this demand? I mean, if that's the case, I don't mind selling him like for 21 million or something to Real Madrid. Let's see if they are willing to do a deal for that much money. And they are. Oh my days. I completely forgot it's freaking Real Madrid. They're gonna just make it happen. How on earth is S2GFC selling a player to Real freaking Madrid? That is outrageous. The deal is actually done. Capaccio is walking out. Honestly, I don't think he's been that good for us. He's been, I guess, decent at best, so I don't mind him leaving. But I would definitely say that it's fantastic business that we were able to sell him for 21 million. By the way, with all the transfer business happening, Sunderland have just picked up a massive lead over us. But we're still looking really solid for that second automatic promotion spot, although competition is really hard with Leicester City. We just got to keep winning, and next up we're facing QPR, who are also in the race. We haven't signed our right back yet, so Lister is going to have to do a job. 61 rated though, makes me worried. But come on, I do trust the rest of the team to get the job done. And after this game, we can focus on then bringing in a right back. Not much time left until deadline day, though, so we've got to, I guess, be quick. Good link-up play between King and Avila as he's gone through here. Looking to bring this one inside. Tries to pass it into the net. Keeper saved it. Patino, we know he can unleash a shot, but instead he's going to look for the pass here for Lister. Completely through. How has he missed? Well, that's primary reason why we need a new right back. Not going to lie, boys. I feel like Nicholas Hart's game this season has kind of slowed down. Maybe it's because all the family drama he's been enduring. And last season, of course, he got injured before he could face his parents' club. This season, though, I'm hoping he stays fit for those big games. Right now, he's on a crazy dribble and scores a crazy goal. There's no denying the talent of Nicholas Hart. And he can also pull out passes like that as King gets ahead. And come on. We can't be wasteful with chances like that, man. Because this is exactly what happens. Through on goal for Kone for QPR. We're going to concede. Of course we are. Well, back to square one, but I still believe in our team. Avila linking up nicely with Bull. Backwards for Ampadu. Patino, look at the way we move the ball. Lister's made a good run. Looking for a cross. Sean King attacking it. It should fall for Ampadu. Good first touch on the volley, but it goes wide. Nicholas Hart now finding a bit of space, and oh my days, the power. But second half, I feel like we need a bit of precision. Lister's on the run. And by the way, surprisingly, he's been decent apart from that one miss. And we're opening things up really nicely. Ampadu taking a shot, putting it just wide. I feel like QPR have done a really good job of nullifying Sean King. He's not getting into those positions. That's why we need the midfielders to step up. Okay, finally, Sean King is on the ball, but he's too deep right now. He's going to have to maybe create space for himself. And that's what Sean King has done. Right foot. Oh, he is brilliant. If you don't give him space, he'll create it for himself. Sean King again in space. He's too good, bro. He is absolutely lethal. And that is the win secured against QPR. King actually ended up getting a hat-trick. And that also puts King as the top scorer of the championship right now. Last season, he won the Golden Boot. He's about to try and do it this season as well. I mean, no surprises that Premier League clubs like Aston Villa want him. But hey, we're not letting go of King, man. So far, he's happy at the club. I'm hoping it stays that way. As long as we can just keep getting promoted, making progress, you know King will want to just stay. But right now, though, it's transfer deadline day. And forget about getting a playoff spot. The game is now to try and win the league, because 7 points off Sunderland, it's not an impossible task. We can do it. But to pull it off, we're going to really need to reinforce our squad with a right back. And I mean, the benefits this team is going to have if we can win the league. We'll get better sponsors next season. Also, just not having to deal with playoffs would remove so many uncertainties. But yup, 10 hours, a new right back. Hopefully, we're able to scout a proper baller. But yup, the clock is ticking.